The first time those words left her mouth, I froze. We were at a party, her friends clustered around us, when she casually announced loud enough for all to hear, "My ex was better than you." Laughter rippled through the room. Some laughed nervously, others freely, while my pride cracked wide open. She stood there smirking, savoring the humiliation she had served me like it was a joke. I didn't argue. I didn't defend myself. I forced a faint smile and tucked every second of that shame deep inside. I had always treated her with respect, backed her ambitions, supported her financially, even cut ties with friends who disliked her. That night, though, I finally saw her for what she was. To her, I wasn't a partner. I was a prop, a man she could ridicule for entertainment. I hid my anger and played the role of a quiet fool, which only convinced her she had broken me. The next day, she acted like nothing had happened. She asked me to drive her to work, take her shopping, buy her a new phone. I did it all, burying my resentment under a mask of devotion. She thought I was still under her control. She was wrong. Inside, I was plotting. My revenge wouldn't be loud or wild. It would be patient, sharp, and devastating. I began digging into her life, certain she was keeping things from me. It didn't take long to uncover the truth. She was meeting that so-called better ex again. She wasn't just meeting him, she was pleading with him to take her back. The irony nearly made me laugh. The same woman who humiliated me in public was groveling for scraps from a man who had already thrown her away. Instead of confronting her, I chose to play her game better than she ever could. I gathered proof, screenshots of her messages, photos of her sneaking off, recordings of late-night calls she thought I never heard. Piece by piece, I built a collection that would shatter her carefully crafted image. Meanwhile, I treated her with more affection than ever. I bought her gifts, spoiled her with attention, and fed her delusion that I was hopelessly devoted. She bragged to her friends about how obsessed I was, mocking me behind my back. I smiled, knowing her downfall was near. Then the opportunity came. She invited me to another gathering with her friends, the same circle that had laughed at my humiliation before. This time, I was ready. I played the part of the sweet, quiet boyfriend until everyone was relaxed. Then I connected my phone to the speakers. Her voice filled the room. "You're the only man who ever satisfied me. My current boyfriend is nothing compared to you." The laughter died instantly. Her face drained of color as her own words echoed back at her. The same friends who once laughed at me now laughed at her. Some stared in shock. Others whispered in disgust. I wasn't finished. With a flick, I displayed screenshots of her messages on the TV I had synced beforehand. She lunged for my phone, but it was too late. The damage was done. The queen who once mocked me was now stripped bare in front of her court. She crumbled into tears, begging me to stop. Calmly, I said, "You told me your ex was better than me. Maybe you should run back to him, but make sure you take your shame with you." Then I walked out, leaving her to drown in the ruins of her pride. The fallout was merciless. Word spread fast. Friends distanced themselves. Her ex rejected her again. The admiration she once thrived on turned into ridicule. She became gossip, the fallen queen no one wanted to stand beside. She tried to claw her way back to me. Calls, texts, even showing up at my workplace in tears. But I had nothing left for her. Silence became my sharpest answer. She had chosen mockery over loyalty, and she was living with the consequences. Weeks later, I had rebuilt. I poured myself into my career, reconnected with old friends, and felt peace in the quiet justice that had unfolded. Those who once pitied me now respected me for the way I handled everything. Meanwhile, she spiraled. Alone. Shunned. Mocked. Every new person she tried to impress eventually learned the truth of who she was. In the end, I didn't destroy her. She destroyed herself. All I did was hold up a mirror she couldn't escape. My revenge wasn't loud. It was deliberate, patient, unforgettable. She thought making a fool of me was a game. She never imagined that the silent revenge I carried would end her game for good. I walked away with dignity. She was left broken in the ruins of her arrogance.